Greetings, Dr. Larson and Cohort 3. This is Shane from your class. I'm sending you a copy of my environmental analysis where I'm comparing the like businesses of my nonprofit back in Michigan called Camp Tisdale Community Center and the Big Dog, which is in our capital city downtown right near us. It's called the Lansing Center, which is basically our civic center for our city. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have a great class. I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I am on the road literally as we speak in a hotel room. But thinking of y'all, hoping you're having a great time, missing you, and I hope everything goes well today. I hope you enjoy my presentation. Let me know if not, email me or hit me on the Facebook group, and look forward to seeing you all soon. And thanks so much. Have a great class. This is about where we're start from, everyone. Is we're getting into a small motivator to kind of set the right tempo and atmosphere. But basically what we'll do then is get right into the analysis. It will be between the two like businesses in the industry of kind of hall rentals, space subleasing, basic event management. And it's between our business back home. It's a nonprofit 501c3. We specialize a lot more in training also, but it's called Camp Tisdale Community Center. It's in the same city, just a couple miles down the road in Lansing, Michigan, and the Big Dog, which is budgeted through the city of Lansing, and it's called the Lansing Center, which is basically our civic center, which is what it was called 40 years ago. So it's been now there for 40 years. We'll go through a compare and contrast of exterior and interior fixed and semi-fixed type features within both facilities, and take a closer look at how those affect the user, in this case customers, and what it could be communicating directly or indirectly to them or through them, and then follow up with a quick summary and a 5-10 minute total presentation of everything, completing out with a closing and some future recommendations. So if you don't have any other questions, we'll get right into it. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that. This is from the movie Dodgeball in 2004, the first time that both White Goodman, the actor, Ben Stiller, and Vince Vaughn met up at the Global Gym, and you can see the difference already, besides what White Goodman was telling Peter about how he felt about his gym, which was basically us from day one. Having no money, no resources, no personnel, no likelihood of stepping up to the big dogs and the big time level, and then seeing White Goodman's gym and $4 million in shareholders, and just the differences within that industry. So there was a lot for me to learn by looking at that and seeing how he brought it to light, White Goodman did, to remind Peter of how much further he has to come. This gives you a better look. This is part of the environmental analysis. You'll see the exterior here that we're getting into first about the Lansing Center. It's just beautiful. It's state-of-the-art, but yet it was built 40 years ago. That gives you an idea what it's been able to do to transition over time because of the architectural planning and design, plus what we're going to get into, which is much more into what was used to design it with, what was used to be built. And then you look at our place. To the right here for Camp Tisdale Community Center, it was an old box factory. And it was built probably around the same time. But besides the first 2 foot of brick there on the very front, it's all just wood poles and sheet metal. It is sitting, of course, on a full concrete pad. And it is much larger as it goes to the back as far as the depth. Uh, about 7,400 square foot to give you an idea, so it's a lot of square footage, but it wasn't developed in the upstairs. You can't see how much depth there is from this angle, and if you look at something to the left of the Lansing Center in contrast, for 3 full floors, state of the art, sitting on the river, it's quite a big difference. So we're going to start with the Lansing Center, yield to them first, and this is what it looks like from the outside. I'll show you some more pictures here. This is a closer look at it, and you can get a much better idea of I don't want to say the color per se, not so much until we get inside, but if you look at the windows here, the colored blue type windows, they're just beautiful, and it's all the way around the front, plus this side that faces the river. So uh, there's just so much to be seen here. And if you look at something here, I think I'm able to see, if you can see this over here, see me drawing over here in the red, hopefully you can see me by now. If you look right here, this is kind of a skyway that goes right over to the hotel. Just a beautiful idea how they did that, because you can walk right through the hotel here in any part, get to the next level, walk straight across to the hotel, walk straight across, look at the river. There's a lot being communicated by location. It's not just the building itself. It's the building plus the location and how they set it up for traffic, congestion, transport, things of that nature. When you look at the building itself over here, we're going to look at this beautiful brick that I'm drawing on right now over here to the right. You're going to look at not only all the different windows here all the way through as I'm ruining their picture, but you're looking at all the concrete along with it, and the beautiful brick that's down here right in front. This is the front door over towards this area. And when you look at what they've set up here for a skyway that people walk up to and sit at, I'm drawing on here last, they just really outdid themselves architecturally. And as a result, after 40 years, it looks like, besides basic resurfacing and maintenance, it looks like it's brand new, state of the art still. And it's probably going to keep that way for a long time if they keep it up like that. Whereas when you look in contrast later to our building for the community center, there's just no comparison. Looking at the interior, we're going to move along a lot quicker so we don't run out of time. Basically, the environmental analysis you see down here at the bottom. Now we're looking at interior features. You can look right quickly at all the earth tones in the atmosphere, setting that tone immediately. When you first walk in, you can feel the air conditioning in the summer. In the winter, you can feel the heat and the warmth. And these earth tones really set it off. Look at these colors all the way around here. Everything is earth tones. Everything is kind of setting that atmosphere in similar ways. Look at the foliage through different areas as we go along from side to side over here, plus over here to the left. Look at the earth tones and the marble flooring through here. Then you see some different exclusive rugs and Persian rugs at different locations throughout the facility. Not per se here right now, but look at the leather sofas over here to the left. Look at all the chairs throughout, and different wood grain type tables and desks, and the bar, and all these beautiful poles throughout here, and everything else like that. There's just a lot going on, and signage. You see me drawing over here to the top left. You'll see a lot more signage throughout here. And then over here to the right, where you check in at this table, you'll see some different art throughout, a lot more in the other screens. So there's just a lot going on to communicate to that user and to that customer as they enter that these people are professional. They know what they were doing, and they know what they want to provide to you through their designs, through their decorations, and through the structure itself. And then look at this. I'm not even going to comment on this because there's so much going on. I don't need to say anything. Someone set up this entire room to communicate to you without me saying a word. And again, these are getting more into semi-fixed type features between the arts, the designs, the color. Instead of saying color, I'm saying color because they've just done a great job. I'm not even going to comment. As you move out to the exterior, still to the interior, but as you're walking into different rooms, like over here, this is one of the largest rooms, you'll still see a common color going on. Uh, the there's they transition back and forth between different color schemes, but basically this is another color scheme going on here with taupes, purple, greens, still earth tones. And between the ceiling, the high-rise ceilings that are literally between 16 to 20 foot up, there's a lot that's happening here and being communicated to the people as they're walking through. A lot to see, in other words. And then you get to one of these rooms here for another type of lounge, looking to the exterior over here for the windows, seeing what's going on outside. People are able to look in and get a good look at it. Between the foliage, the furniture, the hardwood, I don't want to say hardwood floors, but the marble floors, and then the carpeting throughout the majority of the facility. Same things going on here as it was in other rooms. You're seeing the art, you're seeing the signage over here to the right that I'm drawing on, art over here to the left. And this is consistent throughout the building. And then you look at our place as we finish off, and I don't even want to show you any of the slides, because you're looking at our place and it's all sheet metal on the exterior. This is an exterior view, and you're looking at, we'd even have a mailbox. I'm drawing on the mailbox I had to create myself, and you're looking at the sheet metal and the siding out here, and it's all broken, it's all damaged, it's all discolored, it's all missing different things. You see me drawing on certain parts here. You look at everything damaged outside from the elements, and nothing's been done, over time, and it was just a disaster, but we loved it. This is what it looked like, believe it or not. The walls were covered up partially by cardboard, if you can believe it, so we really had a big problem to deal with, and to start with trying to do training and events immediately. This is what we were dealing with. And look at the flooring. This is the kind of floor we had. As you can tell, that discoloration you're seeing is not because of the lighting. This is what it actually looked like. For just basic concrete, it was like one big iceberg inside there, because this what you see here for insulation really wasn't insulating in any way. We started doing events immediately, camps, clinics, things of that nature. You can see over here to the right how the cardboard was just barely on there. And again, just cardboard. Would just come off at any time, but we still brought in all our mats, brought in all our people, started bringing in over here between the sheet metal on this side, start bringing in the bleachers to start trying to figure out how to put them up. You see it's a heater here, a radiant heater. We brought in 3 other heaters, not radiant, but dropped off the ceiling so we could heat the whole place and get right into winter and immediately doing these kind of events, although everything looked like a cluster, not communicating very well to the user who we were or what we wanted. And from here we finally had the bleachers set up. I don't even know how. Brought in more mats, brought in more equipment, and finally did what I'm drawing on right now here for the sides, which is basically drywalling everything and coming up with a color theme that we could work with in the future, more earth tone-ish, which we're dealing with. We wanted orange and browns in the future for our facility is what we wanted. And then started to do full-scale events now that the bleachers were up that did allow us to become mainstream. We started doing big-time wrestling events, sports entertainment. They could set up a full cage. We could run full bleachers over here that you can't see to the left with bunches of people. We had a little bit of signage put up here and there just to be up to code. We had lighting everywhere so you could see. We had the heaters, or see one of them we put up over here. And so the temperature, although I'd love to tell you it was consistent, it was not. But we were able to get it up before any events started, hold it during the events, and then have to turn it off. So we did have temperature at least. And the summary is, this is a review of the presentation. We went over time, so basically what we were looking at were the differences between an apple and an orangutan. Us being the orangutan for Camp Tisdale Community Center, because we were dealing with operational functionality since day one and never really took heed to what our class is trying to teach us now, which is appearance is everything. So is image, and they all communicate to our user and our customers in a lot of different ways and communicate about us and what we do. and it's important. We've learned a lot from it, and comparing our weaknesses to the strengths of the Lansing Center down the street have really made us rethink what our business model is going to be for the future of our nonprofit. So I want to thank you for sitting in. Thank Dr. Cindy for allowing me to present it in this way, and I hope you have a great day. Please email me with the recommendations. And that's it. Thanks so much, everyone.